I hope maybe this will inspire you to take something and repurpose it. This set is from my childhood. It belonged to my grandmother. Okay guys, I'm at the Home Depot. And I'm trying to re-envision my back porch. I have an old metal round table with chairs. It does have the hole for an umbrella. I used to have an umbrella and it got destroyed, and so I'm liking this teal with this teal. Right now the table and the chairs are red, the table's black. I never painted it. I was gonna paint it all red, like farmhouse red, but I don't like it, so I stopped. I want to paint them white. So it has white in these little cushions to make the chairs more comfortable. These are the extra lights I needed for the backyard and front yard gardens so that they're all illuminated. I liked the Hampton Bay better than the Costco brand. The Costco brand, you have to screw in all those light bulbs. These are already screwed in, and that was so much easier to put up. So, and I got a little stand down there. It's white. So now I guess I got to go find some Rust-Oleum paint that's white, and wondering what you think. Do you like it? Do you like these colors? I like them. Looking for aisle 15. I need eye protectant. It's supposed to be down here somewhere, because you're not supposed to spray the Rust-Oleum without protecting your eyes. So that's what we're getting. She said the eye protectant was down here somewhere. Huh. I wonder where you find zip ties in the Home Depot. Oops. Now those cones would have been helpful when we were teaching our boy to drive. Okay, here are... Okay, so let me find just a cheap pair of safety goggles. These used to be so cheap. My word. I sold safety goggles in high school for $3.50. You gotta be kidding me. So I don't want to breathe all these fumes. I hope I'll be outdoors, but I'm gonna buy this. It's only $5. I cannot believe I am paying $13 for this. I found the zip ties, but my gosh, they're so expensive too. This is the kind I've been using, I think. I don't know if it was this brand, but that's the size. So I guess they're $10. I guess I should be grateful. As I'm going down the aisle, I see this. I mean, it says it has 304 inch, 308 inch, 50, 11 inch, which I think is what I have. They're $22. Hold on. What do I have? I have 8 inch. So how many 8 inch? So 308 inch. Plus, you get 11 inch. There's 50 of those. Well, if I buy 650 of them, maybe we never have to buy zip ties again. All right, guys. I had to put one of my seats down to get the umbrella in, but I didn't need the truck for this. The Subaru's getting it done. It's amazing how much you can pack in a Subaru. So I got my lights, I got everything. I think I still have a couple dollars to rub together, which that's maybe the most I've ever personally spent at the Home Depot. Andy here, welcome to my car. I'm in the Home Depot parking lot, and my word, I thought this place was crazy on a Saturday. I've come a few times with John. He usually has to bribe me. It's not normally where I want to be, and but we came over the weekend and I purchased a set of their lights. You saw my last Costco haul. You saw that I got some more of the outdoor lights. It was 48 feet. It has I think it's 22, 24 lights. I can't remember. And I said in the Costco haul, I knew I was going to need more, but my budget was already kind of maxing out, and so I only got one set. So when we came here over the weekend, I saw they had the same set, same price. Well, it wasn't the same set. It's a Hampton Bay, but it's the same type of lights and the LEDs that you can put up, and they were $49, just like they were at Costco. So we were here, I saw them, so I purchased a set. So last night I finally got out and I was able to open up those Hampton Bay lights to start adding to my lights. I had to get this extension kind of cord thing. It's like a V cord. Because I have lights going in 2 different directions on a fence around my garden. And I got it off Amazon. I can link it in the description. So if you come across something like that and you're kind of splitting your lights and you can't make all the plugs work, this worked out really well. It was heavy duty, had really good reviews. I think I paid like $6.98 or something for it, something like that. But anyway, so it had come. So I got those up, and lo and behold, when I opened it up, all the light bulbs were already on the Hampton Bay lights. They did have this red plastic over them that you had to take off, but it came off really easy. And I got those up. I got them attached to the fence with zip ties, and it looked so good. I ran out and I was like, I need another strand. And I knew I thought I was going to need at least 2 more strands, and that is what I needed. So the table, it's filthy, and these are the chairs, and I did not prime these. I just painted over them over 2 years ago. I think it's been maybe 3 years ago. It was in 2020, so yeah, I guess it's been 3 years. And I didn't know there was actually like steps. You're supposed to prime them, then you paint them, and then you put that semi-gloss on them, and that's supposed to give them the protectant. And they said that lasts about 2 years. That's what they told me at the Home Depot. Action. I didn't paint the underside.
I turned it over so you could blow that out of there.
I bet you're not going to let me use it. He wants to have all the fun. Cyndi Lauper had it wrong. It isn't just girls who want to have fun.
She didn't say that.
She said girls just want to have fun.
She didn't say that only girls want to have fun.
Well, she made a big hoorah about it.
Want to have fun, but not that men don't want to have fun.
That's right. Dudes want to have fun.
Class of people or gender.
Dudes want to have fun too. Okay, can I have it now? Will you let me do this? This was my project.
And look at taking the paint off.
Well, I didn't do it right anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. John finally let me use the pressure washer, and as you can see, it is taking the paint right off. So now I have to prime the chairs and the underside. Well, I'm doing the underside of the chairs, and I'm going to do the underside of the table first. I did not do this when I painted last time. I literally just threw some red paint on them and hated it, and it's been there ever since. So I'm trying to do this the right way, and so you need a good coat to 2 coats. I ended up 2 full coats of primer, but I totally underestimated how much primer you need in comparison to how much of the spray paint you were going to need when you went to put your coats on. I assumed they would all be the same, and they're not. The primer is going to take the most amount of paint, and you will see I ran out. Okay guys, That's 2 bottles. And there's lots of little places that it missed. So it's not even a full cover on the back sides of everything. It's pretty close. My hand will appreciate the break, because let me tell you, pushing those, I forgot that, it gets a little bit much. So, but anyway, I am already, just with the primer, I am so stoked for this project and how this is going to look on my back patio. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. So I'm just going to holler at John, because he's working on the back gates, to see if he needs to go to Home Depot too to get anything before I go. So John did have to go to the Home Depot, and he was very kind to go and pick up the extra paint that I needed. I had him go ahead and purchase extra satin and the gloss, because I assumed I would not have enough, because I didn't have enough primer. And the worst part about starting a project is having to stop shortly after you start, because you don't have enough supplies, and that was what happened with this. So I lost a good little chunk of time, because it takes time to go back. I did try to use that time wisely in the garden and get some more stuff in. And so he got back, I started painting and I had flipped the chairs over, so I'm trying to get a full coat on the opposite side so I can get all of the priming done tonight. Well, I'm out of light. It's like 9 o'clock, or after 9 o'clock, and I got one coat of both sides with the primer. This chair, I think it's not I'll probably have to come look at it in the daylight. I think I probably missed some spots, but this is just the primer. So, and so this was with 4 cans thus far. I have 1 can left, just to hit anything I need to hit in the morning. And then it says you can let it sit like 30 minutes, and then I can start spray painting. I think that has to sit for a few hours, and then I can put the high gloss. I'm not sure how long the high gloss has to sit, but hopefully I can get this finished tomorrow. My fingers are tired from pushing that button down, but I have the vision. I can see it coming together. I wanted to show you, it's the next morning, and I just finished like animal chores, watering the garden, and I wanted to show you the coverage, because I couldn't see. It was so dark. It was at 9 o'clock. So you can see there are definitely places. I think that chair is the one that really, I just couldn't see it. I think the table I did pretty good. So I have 1 more can of the primer, so I'm going to go ahead and get that on before I go eat breakfast. That's typically how my day runs. And it says to let it sit about 30 minutes, and then you can start painting. So that wasn't too bad. I'm guessing maybe 10 minutes of work. I swear, as soon as I thought I had it all, I'd see a new place that needed covering. I feel like that's a really good base coat, and I'm almost out. This one actually gave me trouble at first, squirting, but it's the first one I had like that, because that's the worst. Oh, I had a lot of those when I did the red. And paint is so stupid expensive. I mean, oh my word, it's crazy expensive. So, so much so John said, "Are you sure it wouldn't have been cheaper just to buy new furniture?" And I was like, no, I looked at the new furniture. It's even more stupid expensive. So, so anyway, I'm gonna let this sit. I'm gonna go have some breakfast, and then we're gonna come back out, and we're gonna put on our, it's a satin finish. I have a bottle for each piece plus 1 extra, so hopefully that'll be enough. And that one I think is supposed to sit maybe an hour or something like that, and then I can put that semi-gloss coating for the real protectant. It is time for our satin white. We're going to use Bear, and the reason I got this it claims all the same things as the Rust-Oleum, and it was more than $1. I think it was like $1.50 cheaper. So now I'm putting on the satin bear paint, and what I loved about this was as soon as I started spraying it, I could tell where I was spraying it because of that satin finish, and the coverage on this bear paint was so amazing, as was the nozzle. It was easier for me to do because even though this is sped up, it took a little bit of time, and my hands get a little arthritic, and so I loved this bear paint. If I have another project, I will totally do it, and it was cheaper. It was cheaper than the Rust-Oleum, so highly recommend that bear paint. This was 1 can. This is amazing. I'm loving this. I actually like the spray thing a little bit better. It's actually a little bit easier than the Rust-Oleum. And I got the table, the top of the table, and 3 chairs with 1 can. And super easy. I mean, that's not even been 5 minutes. That's amazing. So I have to finish this chair, and then I'll let them cool. I want to put a second coat on, let them not cool but dry. Again, I might get away with 3 cans of this because it's covering so great, and you can see it cover. It has a different, I'm glad I did the satin, and I'm glad the last step will be the gloss, because those differences help you see where you're getting your coverage. So I got the project finished up, and we actually had a lot of paint to take back because I ended up with way too much. But now I know, you don't know until you know. So now I know primer is always going to take more, and the others will not need as much. And so this project I absolutely loved. I wanted to show you the finished. It's not set up yet. I'm not supposed to move them for another 10 hours or so. It did kind of drizzle on them, but that was this morning. Yeah, it's dry. It just said you're supposed to, with that high gloss, you're supposed to let it cure for about 24 hours. So I ended up using, I didn't use 1 full bottle of the semi-gloss, the last one. So I used 2.5 bottles of the Bear. The one I used the most of was the primer. Here's the finished product. I haven't put up the umbrella yet. And it goes with my new Weber griddle. Our Blackstone broke, and so I asked for a new griddle for Mother's Day. And yes, me, because I do the cooking. And I got one. I'm so excited. And here is the finished product with the tables. And this is my new rug. I got the rug at Target. It was on sale. And then, of course, everything else y'all saw me get at Home Depot. I'm very pleased with it. And I have my pretty hanging basket, my chimes. So, and I can sit here. It's bright right now, because as you can see, it's early in the morning. That's the way the sun comes up. So, but I can see my garden, I can see my chickens. So, yeah, see Lucy. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the finished project, and I'm very happy. I hope this will inspire you to take something and repurpose it. This set is from my childhood. It belonged to my grandmother. It was black originally, and then I spray painted the chairs red, thinking I was going to do a barn red, and didn't like it, so I didn't do the table, and I didn't do it right anyway. It's done right this time, and I like it. So anyway, and that's the old Blackstone. We've got to get rid of it. So anyway, with that, I hope that you have it's Mother's Day, so I hope if you're a mother, you have a beautiful Mother's Day. and you realize just how important you are, and what a blessing you are. So with that, I thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.